Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Is, where words do come to life. Well, this message is for Tom Dart and Toni Preckwinkle. And yes, I'm talking about Cook County Jail again because I've learned that they are short staffed. And I wonder why they are short staffed in Cook County Jail. Why is that Tom Dart? Why is that Toni Preckwinkle? Um, I said not too long ago that the conditions in Cook County Jail was not great. I've since met a young lady whose husband was the first individual who died from COVID inside of Cook County Jail. Last week, as they processed people in and out of different division and decks, I've also mentioned that they're supposed to do pre-screening for COVID, and that didn't happen. And so one guy ended up being on deck who was infected with COVID and placed him in a cell with somebody else. And the inmate asked, "Why are you coughing so much?" Only to find out that he had tested positive for COVID. Now, if Tom Dart and Toni Preckwinkle say the conditions in Cook County Jail is good, why do we constantly have these issues that you are moving inmates around to various divisions and units without proper process and procedures? And why is it that those inmates was locked down for 14 days while the workers in it with gloves, masks, and PPE equipment gear on to wear? No sanitation of the units when you find out that somebody has been infected with COVID-19. But yet and still, not too long ago, Tom Dart made a point to say that everybody inside was living in safe environments. And we constantly hear that they are not in safe environments. So my next question is, why do you move people around so much? Why is that? If you have a lot of room, as you say, there should be so much room that everybody should be spaced out. And so I'll throw Kim Fox into this because a lot of these individuals could have went home because they have not been to trial. And you let out individuals who have been proven that they are criminals. There's an article out of a gentleman who was let out by Kim Fox's office, and he had a run-in with the police and told them via video that he was going to cause harm, matter of fact, to take their life. And so help me to understand. You can let out individuals who clearly are criminals, who live this life, but you can't let the ones go home who has not been to trial? How does that look? How is your department really working? I mean, really, because what your decisions are don't make sense to me. So if y'all can let them criminals that's got 2 and 3 times, they've done things and you have it documented that they've actually done it, but you let them out. And the ones that's in there on good behavior that you should let out, them the ones that you don't let out. I'm not understanding. So how can you all adequately say that we are living and walking in prison reform? Because clearly we're not. We're not. The conditions in Cook County Jail, their environment, the safety is at an all-time low. It don't even have a number. It's so bad. And it's sad. It's sad that you all are violating human rights of treating people fairly. And the sad part to all this, there are a lot of people who think those individuals who are sitting inside that nasty facility deserve to be there, and that's not the case. It's also sad to know that you all have adequate evidence for a lot of stuff that you sit on, and you sit there and hold it, hoping that somebody will break, hoping that somebody will do something out of pocket, that you can throw something on their record to make them qualify to stay in there because you push them to break. To sit in a facility for 3 years without found guilty or innocent, that's an automatically send me home. And then I'll go to trial from there. To hear the stories that individuals have been sitting there 5 to 9 years and have not been to trial, it's not the individual, it's our system. I blame the judges. I blame the state's attorney's office. I blame Tom Dart. Now, we want to put a lot of ownership on the police department, but the police department bring them in. You all do the rest. You all have the bulk of the responsibility, whether those individuals will get to go home or not. And when it comes down to certain cases, theft, robbery, murder, whatever it may be, there are still conditions to all those incidents. Was there an intent? Did they plan it? Did they purposely do it? Or were they at the right place, but it was the wrong time? Were they at the right place, but with the wrong crowd? See, y'all know, do y'all look at people's backgrounds and check out their history? Did you do that? Did you do that? No, you didn't. But you labeled the black and brown. And I'm going to keep saying this till Jesus comes. You label the black and brown. You title them as being a menace to society, a threat to society. And you know who's the threat? And the menace is you elected officials. It's our state's attorney. It's your Tom Darts. It's your Toni Preckwinkles. It's the judges. It's everybody who has their hands on those cases that don't do what they need to do. Y'all do what y'all want to do when y'all want to do it. You find out information when you want to find out that information. And you already know the truth. So why do you stall the process? Y'all not working that damn hard. You're not. You're not. And I said this when I went to the Justice Advisory Council meeting about 2 weeks ago. I told the judge, the black judge that I met, I say it's a shame. Our first downfall is we don't have no balance when it comes down to judges, because 80%, maybe I even say 95% are white judges. That's already a disadvantage already. So where's the balance in that? Y'all don't label your ethnic race, but you label ours. And they do more crime than we do. And they're upfront with theirs, but they don't get charged as much as we do with doing things. And I got a problem with that. So now the inmates don't have no outside time, and they're in there fighting like cats and dogs. So item mine is the devil workshop. You don't give people something to do, all it's going to do is create a ruckus. And I'm sure you're aware because y'all have cameras everywhere. Now, inmates can only have 2 visits per week. And you wonder why there's chaos and confusion. You wonder. Then, if they only can have 2 visits per week, then increase the virtual visits. Increase the virtual visits. You have enough space. What about outside activity? You could have did that. They could have sat outside in the sun for a minute or two. If you want to keep down chaos and confusion, you already know who the troublemakers are. You know this. You got people sitting in rooms with cameras all through that building. You already know who the troublemakers are. Y'all act like y'all done, but y'all ain't slow to nothing. You're very much aware who should be in it and who should not be. You're very much aware. But then you don't have no programming either. Nothing for them to do. So guess what? Then you feed them this dog food, as I call it. Um, and I met a young lady in Springfield um, last week. No, this week. It was this week. And I sent her an email, a list of things, and I want to see what's going to happen. I talked about the jail ATM that works every other Tuesday. It runs you about $50 for stuff in it that's $2. So y'all making companies rich. That's what you're doing. I talked about the food, how bad it is, and it don't provide no nutritional value. So individuals go in there healthy and they come out sick as a dog. Diabetes, high blood pressure, prostate cancer, um, all kinds of stuff. And you all talk about y'all got good medical care in there. When I hear that an inmate in there has cancer, is not placed in a proper facility to be treated properly, and just thrown in a single man cell and let out 1 hour a day so they won't get infection, that's the best you can do. Tom Dart, Toni Preckwinkle. And then y'all talking about y'all ass want to run next year for a seat. Mm-mm. Not if I got something to say about it. Nope. Don't neither one of y'all deserve. Now somebody said, well, Toni Preckwinkle does a lot. I can't tell. I cannot tell. What has she done that we see a actual physical impact? What? Y'all got this MacArthur Foundation that y'all been doing prison reform, and far as I've seen and heard in conversation, y'all only focusing on 18 to 26, and damn everybody else. So how are you reforming anybody? The people that y'all should listen to, you don't listen to. And that's a problem. That's a problem. These individuals come out here with big problems. They don't have no mental help, which they should have that while they're in there. Because whatever goes on, we will never know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. But they live in it. We only know bits and pieces, but they're living it. Your system is designed to break people down physically and mentally, and leave them with no hope whatsoever. Kids are angry with their parents because this system has screwed them. And y'all call y'allself representing the people. How dare you fix your lips to say anything like that? You're representing yourself. That's it, and that's all. Because nothing that I've seen done represent any form of prison reform. So stop lying. I don't want to see none of y'all get on TV, Toni Preckwinkle or Tom Dart, and run your damn resume. Even the commissioners are held accountable. I don't want to see y'all running y'all resume. It's always a barter thing. Well, if we give the constituent this, y'all got to give us your vote. No, I got to give you shit. You don't earn it, you don't get it. Bottom line. And from where I'm sitting, the stories I'm hearing, the meetings I've been in, people that's coming in and out, what they're saying, it's time to clean house. We need to have a law. The same terms a president has, senators, congressmen, aldermen, state representative, everybody should have them same terms. 2 years and your ass is out. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Because the problem is, y'all been sitting in them seats so long, you think it's your position and it's your seat. And it's not. Y'all not God, but you're playing like you are God. And I keep saying, be careful. Be very, very careful. Y'all think COVID is bad? Be careful. God got something for you. I may not be able to touch you, may not be able to get close enough to say anything to you, but I know somebody I'll put a prayer on you, and he'll get you quicker than I can. And he'll get you right quick. So you need to get your life right and think about the people. Y'all don't care about nobody but your close friends and your families and your colleagues, as you call them. And your pockets is all about the money for y'all. Half of y'all got into that political seat because of the money and the security that it provides you. But y'all don't want to give us no security whatsoever. Then y'all label us don't want to work. Who don't want to work? Because if you ask me, y'all don't want to work. Y'all lie to get in there, and then you don't want to work. You run that resume like, we're so concerned. We understand. We hear the voice of the people. We're representing you. We're going to make a change. Prison reform going to be on top of our list. We're going to cut down racism. We're going to create equality for everybody. We're going to create diversity. And ain't none of that shit happened yet. None of it. So spare me your lies. Spare me your TV interviews. Spare me. Because I don't want to hear that shit. Because if you ain't did it, well, I can see it. It doesn't matter. That means you didn't keep your word. Bottom line. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Talk soon.